Back to Times Square today, where I've got my good friend Robert Gabriel on set to tell us all about how he's helping people in the medical community with his software and IT business. Robert, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I've been running micro-eyes technology since 1997. I help physicians automate their practices by providing services and software to see patients, to document notes. Now I'm adding a new product that matches the doctor with the patient. So patient from the privacy of their home, they can schedule an appointment for whatever specialty they're looking for and be able to see the doctor in the office or a virtual visit, which is called telemedicine.
That's amazing. Now, there's a big need for that, I know, in the marketplace, because I know just me trying to get an appointment with a doctor or specialist for myself or my kids, it's a painful process, just way more phone calling than pretty much anything else I have to do in today's world, right?
It is a burden for the patient and for the practice to be able to answer the phone. They get a lot of calls, they get a lot of questions, and to be able to set up the patient with the time of their convenience. Now, patient can do that. They can wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, decide to make a visit, whenever that visit is available. They get to know if the doctor is available or not. They know if they should not go to work because now they have a doctor appointment. And it prevents a patient from going to unneeded visit to the emergency room. Will save money for the patient, and it will save money for the insurance company.
That's amazing. Now, you've been providing technology to your clients for more than 20 years. What made you decide to get into this business?
Well, in about 1995, I got a call. My mom was admitted to the hospital. She had a heart attack, and she was admitted to the hospital, and I spent 4 days with her. I never really spent 4 days at a hospital before, and I noticed that doctors will walk in. She was seen by at least 12 doctors. She was seen by at least 12 nurses. And each one of them comes in and asks the same question over and over and over again. Being with a computer background, I know that computer can help with that. And then after we left the hospital, I went and I made appointment with some doctors that I know, and I can observe their day-to-day function. And I found that there's an antiquated technology. There's nothing connected together. Nothing is automated, nothing, and I decided to focus on this industry, and I've been in it for over 21 years.
That's incredible. Now, there's a lot of people trying to help out medical professionals in technology. That's a big world. Tell us about the state of that industry right now. You've got HIPAA, you have compliance, yeah, it's sort of all these acronyms, and there's a lot involved in that.
Doctor cannot be more depressed than it is now. Now that's the state that most doctors don't want to be doctors anymore. It's really very sad. 60% of physicians, they don't want their kids to become physicians. That is really very unusual because it's an over-regulated industry. It's hospitals are buying physicians and having a monopoly on the care. So now they will give you money as, let's say, if you are an orthopedic, so now you're the surgeon, you have to go make that surgery at that hospital because you're owned by that hospital, and that's really a conflict of interest. The physician doesn't get to choose where to treat the patient anymore. It's a business, and hospitals are actually making tons of money, and it's a borderline illegal because the Stark Law prevent the physicians from making decisions that enhance the financial of a third party, which is the third party here is the hospital. They have a special interest to get those visits in the hospital, and it's a big problem. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for doctors to find patient, to be able to match patient with physicians, and this will give doctors an avenue to make more money, and maybe hopefully it will prevent physicians from getting acquired by hospitals because it's a huge problem for all of us.
Absolutely. Now, you've had some incredible success in this industry. How do you stay so far ahead of your competition?
Well, as far as the competition that I provide the technology for, is I'm really one of the top in the nation, and I've been doing that by having very skilled professionals that help me. Most of my staff are biomedical engineers, so when they work with doctors, they understand the lingo, they understand the field, and they help doctors with regulation. They help doctor with customizing their software. They help doctor automate their office. And most of my competition cannot. They don't have the skill of staffs that you will find at MicroIce.
Got it. Now, I like to ask this question to some of my friends. If you could travel back in time over 20 years ago and the first day you started in this industry and tell the startup version of yourself, give them one piece of advice that would help other people as they're starting their business, what would that be?
I was very scared, and of course, I had a really good job, and it was not easy to tell my family that I'm leaving my good job and I'm going to start something unknown. And it was a very controversial. I was very scared, and I did it. What I did wrong is I should have created my own software 20 some years ago. I was afraid to do that, and now I'm, knowing what I know, I want to create a software that I get to make my own destination with it, and Vozeta is the software that I'm using to help doctors with their offices.
That's amazing. Now, Robert, I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this who'd love to get in touch with you. How can they reach you?
Well, you can go to microwise.com, and you can call the main number, 201-322-4100.
Thank you so much for joining us right here. We'll be right back on Times Square Today.